Okay, so your Challenger is dead. Dead. Nothing's working. And this isn't a key fob battery issue. This is the car is dead issue. So let's say your car is locked and it's dead. What do? And whether it's the car battery being dead or your fob battery being dead, either way, you have an option. Because in a key fob is an actual physical key itself. So you can see, key fits in there. And we can lock it, unlock it, just like that, pretty easy. Now here's the other problem. In these Challengers, the battery is in the trunk. You can't open the trunk to get to the battery. Can't open it this way. Can't open it that way. So what are your options? Well, one option, even with an interior, you could always pull the seats down. You crawl through your back seats, and here is the trunk release, just like that. Now with that released, you can go out, open your trunk, replace your battery. But really, you probably just need a jump. If you just need a jump, you don't need to get in the trunk. Just open your hood. And unlike the trunk, the hood is a manual release, so just pop it open. And so here's the problem when you don't have any battery power. The window doesn't roll down, so now it's stuck on the outside of the seal. And there we go, one open hood, and then we have access to our jumping points, which for those that don't know, positive, negative, you're good. So now you're all set to jump it. But let's just say you can't jump it. Let's say it's in your garage, it's stored. Now what do? Well, you get a battery maintainer, battery charger. Now, before I keep going, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on here and why my car is dead. So those that know that I have a lightweight lithium battery. In fact, now that I got the trunk popped open, let me show you. So right there, I have an XS Power XV4800 lithium battery. It weighs 7.5 pounds versus the 46 some pounds that the stock battery weighs. And that's why I have it, for the weight savings, because we're all about weight reduction on this channel in this car. The downside to that battery, which I've explained numerous times in my previous videos about the battery, as much as I love it, with lithium batteries, especially as brand new cars, all these new electronics, there's a constant power draw. It's a tiny power draw. It's not very much, but with lithium batteries, they're not designed to really handle that. Not the way traditional car batteries are, so they'll drain a bit quicker. Now, if you normally drive your car, if your car's a daily driver, no issues. If you at least drive it every few days, no issues. If you drive it Monday to Friday, weekends off, no issues. If you drive it every weekend, no issues. But around the 7-day mark, if you haven't driven in 7 days, it depletes enough that you may have trouble starting it. And now this battery is over 2 years old, and I've unfortunately let it die a couple times, which you're not supposed to do. That's on me. That's my bad. And so it doesn't last as long without a maintainer on it. Now, normally when I don't drive it for a while, I put a maintainer on it. This time I went to a race, Hollymo party. I came back. Wife has her own vehicle, so now my truck is my daily driver. And I was so busy, I completely blanked and forgot to throw a maintainer. That's been a few weeks ago now. So this car is dead. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. By the way, I still recommend a battery. It's an awesome battery as long as you know how to handle this situation, because this is some common for all lithium batteries if you're putting one in your car. So here we have the Battery Tender Junior 800, and this does have a lithium mode. It's perfect. I did a video on this. I believe I did. If I did, I'll link it up here. And normally this is what I put on. Now, if your battery had just died to where it doesn't have enough power to start your car, this will recharge it. It has several modes. It has a recovery mode. But if your battery is dead, like way dead, it's not going to charge. I'll show you here. So we plug it in, and as you can see, flashing amber because there's nothing attached to it. And it is on lithium mode. You hit that button to select. Okay, we have plenty long enough cable. Let me try and get some light in here. All right, hook up positive, black. And now if you notice, it is still flashing amber. It hasn't changed because it still thinks it's not connected because there's literally no power in the battery. There's nothing coming back to telling this thing, hey, I'm connected to an actual battery. Let's start putting out some current. If it's really low where it senses there is a battery, but it's really, really, really low and just not strong enough to get powered up, then what I've seen is this green light will start flashing on the selected mode. And when that happens, it does a more recovery mode where it charges a lot slower to kind of recover things. And then eventually it'll charge up. I've had that happen. It's worked. It's fine. But here in this situation, the battery will not even take a charge. Like nothing. Won't do anything. You can see I opened it up. No lights, no nothing. There's absolutely no current coming out of that tender. What do you do? Well, luckily, there's a very simple solution to fix this. And I'll show you that right now. All right, so what do? You still got to get jumper cables. But in this case, obviously, you can bring another car over. Let's just say whatever reason you can't. Here is my stock battery. And that's all you need. All you need to do is bring your lithium battery back to life. How do we do that? Very simple. Just hook up your battery. That's it. That's all you got to do. You don't even have to leave it for very long. So we're going to leave that connected for about 5 minutes. Actually, I tell you what, I'm an impatient person. It's only been a minute. And normally I've seen these lithiums and really they only need a spark. Literally pretty much just a spark to power up enough. So I'm not waiting 5 minutes. Let's just go ahead and see what happens. Again, we got our maintainer plugged in. Yellow amber is flashing, meaning nothing's connected. No power's going out. The green light is on the lithium mode. Okay, first disconnect. And now connect the maintainer. And look at that, solid amber. So now this senses a charge and is charging the battery. Now I'm gonna leave this, since it's been dead for so long, I'm gonna leave that till it fully charges. And how you know it's fully charged, it's gonna be on this for probably a couple hours. And then that will start flashing green. Once that starts flashing green, it means it's over 80% charged. And then once it's fully charged, it'll just become a solid green. So that's how easy it is to get a lithium battery to take a charge. And I've seen this happen where someone buys a brand new lithium battery, but it's maybe sat in a warehouse for a long time. For some reason, it was dead, or maybe they got the battery, didn't install it right away, and it died. And so you try to put a maintainer on it, some doesn't work, doesn't take charge. Well, now you know it's so easy to get it to take a charge. Literally, all you have to do, it just needs a little spark. It just needs a little push, a little jump.